The Daily Dig Excavator Express. Hello and welcome to the Daily Dig. I'm Josh, General Manager for Diggerland USA and Certified Instructor. And today is my favorite day of the week. It's Ride Friday, where we take a look at a piece of construction equipment and see how we've turned it into a ride here at Diggerland. Now, if you watched Wednesday's episode, you saw we talked all about farm tractors. We put a ton of amazing attachments onto the farm tractor. We put on a leaf vacuum. We put on a lawnmower. We also put on a hayride trailer, which we rode around a little bit, which was totally great. And with the leaf vacuum, you might have seen it, I struggled just a little bit getting it attached, so we thank you for bearing with us during that time period. But today we have one great attachment. We have 3 train carriages that we've actually attached to the farm tractor. So here it is. It's a farm tractor with 3 train carriages attached. Each train carriage has 6 seats in it for a total of pulling 18 people. Now this is a great way to get a behind the scenes tour of the park. So this is still the same tractor that we used in the other video. Well, it's actually a different one, but it's the same exact model and same style, same manufacturer. Just we have 2 of them, and this one's got the train attached to it. So let's go in a little bit closer. You can see we have our operator as always, Ben. Hey Ben, thanks for always being so great in operating for us. Each one of these train carriages is connected. We have our safety chains and we have our hitches, and each carriage then is hitched onto the next carriage. So wherever Ben goes, these train carriages are going to follow. We have our seats and seat belts, and we have our gates. You can see in the back of the tractor here, we have our hitch and attachment. We've taken off some of the things like the attachment pieces for the lawnmower, but we still have our PTO there. Remember, that's the power takeoff. That's how we powered our lawnmower and leaf vacuum. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, watch Wednesday's episode. There's a lot of great information there about attachments. And as always, during this broadcast, if you have any questions, ask them in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer them during the course of the video. But for now, because it's not great outside, it's raining and drizzly, hopefully it's warmer and sunnier in your neck of the woods, but right here at Diggerland, we're having a very dreary and drizzly day. So this is a perfect time to go on a train ride because we have these overhead roofs to keep us nice and dry. So come on, come for a ride with me and we'll go around Diggerland. So first I take off my safety chain, then I open the latch. Why don't you guys hop on, you can come for a ride with me. All right, let me close this gate and secure. I'm gonna give Ben the thumbs up because we are ready to go. So each one of these carriages has 4 tires on it, and the front's pivot, much like a car. That's how Ben gets us around. The back tires are fixed and stationary. These are big, thick tires. They're made, this ride originally operated in stone and dirt and off-road. We've since have paved the course, so driving on asphalt is fine too. It wears the tires a little bit quicker than driving on the stone, but it's a much smoother and more comfortable ride. So, because it's raining and we're going on this ride, I'm gonna take you around the sights and scenes of Diggerland. We have our gold digger gemstone mining here, where you can actually take dirt and sift for gemstones and all kinds of treasures by sluicing the dirt through running water, and you get to keep all the stones that you might find. And there's a guide afterwards for you to see what it is that you have found. Also, check this out. It's the world's fastest backhoe. This backhoe went 111 miles per hour. it actually can shoot flames and smoke out of the sides. It's truly an amazing sight to see. Every now and then, we'll start up and bust it out on special occasions. Be sure to check back in the future as we're firing up the world's fastest backhoe here at Diggerland. All right, so now we're going down a little corridor here. We have our cafe. If you watched last Friday's episode, it's where we made our fresh squeezed lemonade. For that recipe, rewatch last Friday's episode at the very end of the elevation station episode for a great, easy to make homemade fresh squeezed lemonade. You guys might recognize from last Friday as well. Here's what the elevation station looks like from the main pathway. We rode that up 58 feet. The weather was much nicer last week, so we were able to get up there and take a look around. We also have our skid steers. That was done, I believe, 2 weeks ago. A fun episode. You got a nice Ben's eye view of the skid steers. And the Grease Beast. That was our very first Ride Friday ride. That's where we have 13 seats in the back of a hopper truck, and you get to experience what it's like to be the payload of a dump truck, what it's like being dirt or stone. Farm tractors. That was Wednesday's episode and today's episode. We are being towed by one of these tractors. We're actually in a bigger model than these tractors, but you actually get to drive these around. You can also see our rugged riders. That's going to be an upcoming episode real soon. Again, if there's any questions about anything, feel free to ask in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer them during this broadcast, and any ones that I miss, I'll be happy to answer afterwards. All right, so now you're going to see Ben's about to make his very first turn. These three carriages, wherever he goes, will follow. So you'll see he's going to turn first, then one by one, these carriages will turn at the same exact spot where he pivoted and turned. Now, on April 1st, we did our excavator episode where we used giant excavators, but here we have some mini excavators. We get to do all kinds of fun activities and you get to learn the basic controls. These don't actually drive around, they can, but we have them fixed. And you can go fishing for ducks, knock over bowling pins, or dig for treasures. We also have our tractor pull, where you can see how strong are you. We have a small tractor and a big tractor. Can you do it by yourself, or do you need some friends to help? Coming up, we also have our big diggers. These are larger excavators where you actually get to dig in the dirt. We have these fixed so you don't have to drive around. You just get to experience what it's like moving the machine side to side, which, if you might remember from our excavator episode, is called slowing, and digging in the dirt and really getting use of the controls and feeling what it's like to experience the excavator. So we have plenty of these for digging, as you can see. We like to call this informally here at Diggerland, Excavator Alley. We'll continue our behind-the-scenes tour. We're making another turn here. You can see on the side here, we have our sky shuttle. You guys have not seen this yet in an episode. We've seen the ground shuttle we have to dig around, but in an upcoming Ride Friday episode, you will get to see the sky shuttle, and that's gonna be a fun one. So stay tuned for a future Ride Friday. Also, we have our Spin Dizzy from another Ride Friday episode. And then here's our dig around for an upcoming Ride Friday episode. So every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, right here on Facebook Live at 1:30 p.m., we are doing live streamed educational videos of our construction equipment. But every Friday, it's Ride Friday, where we go a little bit above and beyond construction equipment and show how we've converted the construction equipment into rides. We'll still talk about the construction equipment, but in addition, we will also show you how we've turned them into rides. As always, feel free to ask any questions below. So Lee Rose says, hi Diggerland. Hi Lee, thank you for watching today's video. So Joanne says, we want to go. You drive past on your way to Wildwood. Well great, stop on by. This is a perfect day trip to make on your way down to the shore. Tammy can't wait to bring her grandson. Well Tammy, we can't wait to have you here either. Rabina says her kids can't wait to go back, plus the birthday celebration. Well, we can't wait to have you. And also, since you're on our Facebook, be sure to check out our most recent Facebook post. We have a bingo card up there. If you complete the bingo card and share your post, you can be entered to win a chance for some free tickets to Diggerland. You don't necessarily have to have a bingo to win, but it'd be preferable. Kirk's watching. Kirk says hi from Nevada. Well, Kirk, hi from New Jersey. I know most of us are indoors or working with some social distancing. Hopefully your weather's a little bit nicer in Nevada right now than this dreary day. But you know what? There's always a silver lining. With this poor weather, allows this beautiful train ride. Now here's something most people won't get to see. It's the backside of Excavator Alley. So Oliver, age 4, wants to know, how do we attach the trailers to the tractor? That's a great question. We use a hitch system. So on the back of the trailer, or on the back of the tractor, there's a ball, and then there's actually a hitch that attaches to the ball. That's a great question. I can't do a great job explaining it without showing you the visual. So once this train ride comes to a stop, Oliver, I will show you how this works. So Loki wants to know how many excavators we have at Diggerland. Great question. We have one excavator that we use for working. That's a tracked excavator. We have 2 giant excavators that you might have seen on April 1st that we use for our Diggerland XL, which is an adults-only experience, 18 and older, with one-on-one instruction. The mini excavators that you saw, where we do the duck fishing and bowling, we have 12 of those. And then those big diggers where you get to dig in the dirt, we have 10 of them. So, yeah, we have a good number of excavators here. Great question. Dominic wants to know what the biggest machine he can use here is. So if you are 18 and older, Dominic, you can do our Diggerland XL experience for one-on-one instruction. And we have a giant excavator and a giant dozer here you can use. Otherwise, if you're coming to just Diggerland the park, as long as you are 42 inches, you can drive our backhoe, which is was our very first episode. So if you want to go back to the end of March, you can watch our backhoe episode to see the giant backhoe you can drive. Otherwise, if you're 36 inches, you can ride in a backhoe. Donna says, hi from Windsor, Ontario. Hello, Ontario. Hello, Donna. Thank you for writing into us today. All right, here we see the ground shuttle from a previous episode. And if you follow us on Instagram, you can see we actually just cleaned this entire ground shuttle course using the Diggerland fire engine. So be sure to check us out on Instagram as well for our Instagram stories to see some of the fun things we're doing here. And here's the ground shuttle course. You can see off in the distance our backhoe course. That probably is the biggest machine you can drive when you're here. Gail says hi from Connecticut. Gail, hi, thanks for tuning in today. Nicole's watching from Albany, New York. Nicole, thanks for tuning in from Albany. We appreciate the viewership. So here, you can see we have a little bit of a pond forming. We just built this retention basin. We had a little bit of flooding in our backhoe course in years past. So using our own dozers and excavators and our own construction equipment and our own dump truck, we were able to build this retention basin to hold the excess water to keep our courses from flooding. Jack says his kids love it here. Well, Jack, so happy to hear that. We're really happy that you're watching today. We have our former Argo course here we're driving by. If you follow our Facebook and Instagram feeds or our news releases, you might know, or if you sign up for our newsletter, you'll see we have a new ride that will be coming in 2020. So be sure to sign up and check out our new rides. Here we go by our activity area. We have our maze, our pipe roll, and our super shot. And you're going to see the water main construction. Jack wants to know when we are going to open back up. Jack, that's a great question. We're eagerly wanting to reopen as well. We have to wait to see what our governor's guidelines are and what the health guidelines are. As soon as it's safe for us to reopen, we are already making all of our health and safety considerations for our team and our guests. So as soon as we can reopen, we will reopen. Gail says her toddlers love excavators. Gail, that's great. Got to start them young. Chip says hello from Rhode Island. Chip, thank you for watching in Rhode Island. PJ says hello from New Jersey. PJ, hello. I also am from New Jersey. Grew up along the shore area and I always like to meet fellow New Jersey people. Robin wants to know if we can host birthday parties. Robin, great question. Yes, of course we can host birthday parties. Visit diggerlandusa.com for all of our birthday party options. I'm trying to keep this educational, so I'm not going to make such a sales pitch here. But yes, all the information is on our website if you want to have a group event or a birthday event here. Elise is watching. Elise, hello. Thanks for watching. Elise is my sister-in-law, who also watches my son at times, and I will be seeing her tonight. Hopefully she's watching at home with her new baby, Mackenzie. Christopher says hello from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Christopher, thanks for watching all the way from Michigan. Julianne from Long Island, New York. Thanks, Julianne. Shout out for you for watching. Shelly says that her fiance wants to come and play. Of course, Shelly. We would love to have you come out. Nick wants to know when we're going to open a water park. Well, we're scheduled for Memorial Day weekend, but again, we have to go off of the governor's and health guidelines to see when we can reopen. But yes, we will eagerly want to open. So let's look at a few things now we've made it to the top of the train course. Hello from St. Louis, Missouri, Holly says. She can't wait to reopen, so we can take her two boys here. Holly, again, we cannot wait to have you. So let's get out. There was a question earlier about how the tractor or how the cars are hooked up to the trailer. I will show you how that works. And then we'll take a look around the water park a little bit. And again, keep the questions coming. So Ben, you can go around and turn off the machine. I'd like to thank Ben. He's always such a great instructor. Now I gotta keep my distance from Ben. So I just want to let you guys know that the tractor and the train cars are exactly the same. So pretty much here's how it works for the question of how this attaches. We actually have these wires here. They're speaker wires because we actually run audio. I turned it off for today, but it gives all kinds of information and some train noises about Diggerland. We have our safety chain in case our hitch fails. But how do these attach? Well, we have a ball hitch system. So you see, I just lifted the hitch. I have a safety locking mechanism and a lifting latch here, and there's a ball it sits on. That's how it pivots so easily. And this is how trailers work with trucks as well. So in order to get it back on, I just simply put it down, lock it into place, give it a quick pull. We are locked into place. Now there's a lot of questions and a lot of shout outs. So we missed a little bit of the water main, but come with me, we'll look at the new water park, and then we'll see if there's any other questions. So here's our main pool area. We're gonna have an inflatable activity area there called the Rip Rap Run. We also have in the background, our basketball hoops have been installed. We have to get some graphics up on them and some hoops. Behind me, all the cabanas have been built. Nice private cabanas, which will have refrigeration units and drinks available. We also have our locker and changing rooms. We have our food serving area and our pavilion. We also have, and this will be a future episode, our pump house. This is what powers the entire water park. It's what filters all the water, pushes the water through the park, and adds the chemicals, looks for anything wrong with the water. There's a lot of interesting things in a pump house. That's gonna be a whole episode onto itself in the future. And we also have our water slides, which have finished being built. Ben helped with the assembly of those, so thanks to Ben for always being such a big help here at Diggerland. We have two fun water slides here that we'll get into in a bit. So let me just check to make sure that there's no other questions or shout outs in the meantime. So let me see if I missed anyone. All right, Dawn says hi. Stacy says hello from upstate New York. Let me see who else. Dawn watching from Philadelphia. Nancy said she had so much fun. So here we are looking at the distance at Diggerland, the park. If you remember Monday's episode, you could see off in the distance our rollers. That was a fun one. We got to crush a bunch of things, and we got a lot of good feedback. So we'll be crushing some more things in the future. We also have our Soaring Eagle zip line, which will be a future Ride Friday ride. We also have our barrel train, which we'll focus on as well. So you see, we still have a bunch of equipment we haven't got to yet. So be sure to tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday as we review the construction equipment we have here. And of course, every Friday is Ride Friday, where we take a piece of construction equipment and show you how we've turned to a ride. We thank everyone for watching and for writing into all these faraway places. It was great to talk to all of you. If you have any questions I didn't cover, be sure to post in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer them following this video. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and we hope you have a wonderful day, and everyone have a great weekend. Stay healthy, stay safe out there. Take care, everyone.